filled with trash. There's no room to drive down the road because there's aluminum cans, newspapers, bottles all lining the streets. There are landfills everywhere, and the smell of garbage is in the air. The world has basically become a dump. The only solution to all of this is to recycle. Recycling is the process of recovering, reprocessing, and reusing waste materials that would otherwise be discarded. I've spent countless hours researching this topic using websites like Opposing Viewpoints, the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, and articles by Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, or Environmental Protection. According to a poll by the EPA, only about 30% of students between the ages of 18 and 30 actually separate their recycles from the trash. So imagine that's only 3 out of every 10 of you. Today I'll explain the problem, causes, and solutions for recycling, so I can persuade you to become a better recycler. First, I'll explain why people don't recycle. According to Opposing Viewpoints, recycling in the United States didn't gain widespread popularity until the late 1960s, and only 7% in the 1930s recycled, and then by 2008 it only went up to 33%, so that's really not much. The number one reason why people don't recycle is that they basically believe it's an inconvenience. Many communities don't have curbside recycling, so people don't want to take the extra effort to actually separate everything. According to the EPA, a typical family consumes 128 gallons of soda, 29 gallons of juice, 104 gallons of milk, and 26 gallons of bottled water each year. However, only 70% of all households actually recycle that. Another problem why people don't recycle is people are misinformed sometimes about how serious it is. They don't see how it can affect their daily lives because most people bring their trash out to the curb, the garbage people come pick it up, and then they don't ever see it again. However, it's taken to landfills where it's toxins are released in the air and it can pollute our environment. Now that you know why people don't recycle, I'll explain how it affects people and animals. There are many ways that not recycling affects the environment. When people don't recycle, it can pollute the water we drink and the air we breathe. The U.S. has about 3,091 active landfills across the country, and according to the EPA, those landfills eventually will either fail or leak right into the water, into bodies of water, because most landfills are built near bodies of water. I don't know why, but Dr. Fred Lee, a member of the Leak Location Services, says 82% of surveyed landfills have leaked, and then 41% of them have leaked more than 1 square foot. So that's pretty big leak. By throwing away batteries, paint, light bulbs, and other chemicals, you're also polluting the water because those items don't disintegrate in the landfill, so eventually they'll just go into the water and those chemicals and toxins will be released. In the U.S., processing materials contribute to almost half of the toxins in the air, sending about 1.5 million tons of pollution in the air each year. Not only does it affect us, but it also affects the animals and their habitats. The EPA explains that nearly 900 million trees are cut down each year to provide us paper or that kind of stuff. There's about 100 acres of rainforest being cut down each minute. That's what it adds up to. Creating more waste only takes up more space that wildlife use, but they use it as a feeding ground. Animals aren't the smartest, so they can't actually tell between unsafe and safe food. Many animals, I'm sure you've seen pictures of the ducks and the geese and the fish in the nets and with the plastic soda things around their neck. Roberto Barbalas, author of Protecting Wildlife from Trash, says that plastic bags and other plastic garbage thrown in the ocean kills as many as 1 million sea creatures a year. Here's some pictures of some animals that have gotten trapped. You see the seal with the rope around the neck, the duck, and then I don't know if any of you have ever heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is roughly the size of Texas, and it floats between San Francisco and Hawaii, and it weighs relatively 3.5 million tons, and it's all trash. And this is some of the pictures, and this is like the pattern of it that circulates, and then that's something the fishermen pulled out of the ocean. That helps. Finally, I will explain the benefits and solutions for recycling. Just like how there is many reasons that it affects us, there's many reasons how we can prevent it. First, recycling conserves many resources. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, by recycling over 1 million tons of steel, Pennsylvanians can save 1.3 million tons of iron ore, 718,000 tons of coral, and 62,000 tons of limestone. Through recycling newsprint, office paper, and mixed paper, we can save over 8.2 million trees each year. In conclusion, recycling can divert nearly 70 million tons of materials away from landfills, saving the wildlife and habitats, the water we breathe, and the water we drink and the air we breathe. Recycling 1 ton of aluminum cans can also conserve the equivalent of 1,665 gallons of gasoline, which, I mean, you know, at this time we really need to save up because gas is getting so expensive. Today, I hope I persuaded you to make better decisions on recycling because of the problems, causes, and solutions that can occur from it. Remember, almost anything can be recycled, like glass, plastic, aluminum, newspaper, electronics. Food can be composted and put back into the environment, which is perfectly healthy. And then, so next time you throw something away, I want you to look at what can you're throwing it in.